Hey guys, welcome back. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I just haven't actually sat down to do it. But you guys have probably seen that topic theme that goes around on Instagram, and it goes on here. It is called Topic Tuesdays, and I've always held back from doing it because I don't upload to YouTube on Tuesdays. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I've decided, you know what, so even though I don't upload on Tuesdays, what's wrong with uploading it on Wednesday? So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do this throughout the month. I'm not necessarily going to do like every week per se, but the plan is to kind of still cover every topic. So I might talk about like 2 topics and do it every other week. We're not really sure yet, but we're going to work on something because I like doing these sit-down videos and I want to do more of them. Plus, it actually allows me a little break in the week for me to post something other than like another swatch video or a nail art video, which allows Friday or Monday to have a bigger post because yesterday's blog post, not yesterday's, but Monday's blog post was kind of big. It had a big video with it too, and the one I'm working on for this Friday is quite massive and it has a lot of content, which therefore it takes more time. So I thought this would be a good way of kind of meeting in the middle somewhere and covering lots of different things. And the Q&A that happened last week was kind of fun. I did a lot of different questions and I am planning on filming a part 2 based upon some questions that you guys left in the comment of that video and based upon the fact that I didn't answer all the questions from the first time I asked. So that being said, I'm going to choose 2 topics from the July topics tag. Is it a tag? I don't really know if that's what we're going to call it, but if that is what it's called, this is the July topics video and I'm going to pick 2 different ones out of the 4 topics to answer. So let's get on to that. Okay, I'll just say it now. There are a lot of options for these answers and I feel like it's going to be very hard to pick like a steady answer for any of these questions. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first week of July's question, and that was, what brand would you buy every single polish from if money was no issue? So I'm going to pick 2 different categories for this. So we're going to have an indie category and we're going to have a mainstream category because I mean, why not? So, and I'm only going to base it off of this year's releases because I feel like if I were to open it up to like every year, I would have a lot harder of a time answering these questions. So based upon this year's releases, what brand would I buy every single polish from if money was no issue? So indie polish wise, I'm gonna have to go with, I almost feel like I need 2 different categories because I have like 2 different categories of polishes that I like different brands for. Does that make sense? So yeah, let's actually do that. Let's have 2 categories for indie polishes and let's have 2 categories for mainstream polishes because. So for indie polishes, the 2 categories would be like favorite cream polishes or just like realistic polishes, and then one category of over-the-top polishes. Because in my mind, when I think of polishes in general, there are 2 different types. Like I have those go-to polishes that are going to be for all the glitter that you could possibly want. But those aren't the polishes that I'm going to use all the time when I'm doing nail art, and you guys know I love nail art. And so whenever you see a person and they're like debating between a good old cream or a good holo with flakies, I'm actually going to be more likely the person that's going to pick the cream because I do love nail art. But if I don't feel like nail art, then I'm obviously going to go with the other one. That's why I feel like I need 2 categories for that question. So cream wise, indie polishes. Oh, I feel like right now, based upon summer releases, cream wise, I absolutely loved Moonflower Polishes Neon Cream Collection, and I know those did have like a slight shimmer in them, but I absolutely loved them. They had great pigmentation, great formulas. I was just all about that. Now for the over-the-top, all the glitters that you can imagine, I'm only going to do it based off of polishes that I've used too, because that way I can actually speak for the formula wise and everything. I know of another brand that I would put in this category, but I haven't used anything new from them in a while, so I'm just going to leave them out for right now. But based on ones that I've used, indie brands of 2018, I'm gonna lean towards Glam Polish. I feel like they have released so many gorgeous polishes this year. Definitely over the summer months, because I love, love, love summer polishes, because we all know summer is like my favorite. And their summer polishes have been great. So I'm gonna go with Glam Polish for my would you buy every single polish from if money was no issue. Now, on to the mainstream part of that. What would you buy every single polish from? Mainstream creams, I would go with Nails Inc. Because this was actually the first year I ever tried Nails Inc. and I kind of fell in love with their polishes. Their creams are amazing. Their glitters are amazing. So actually, I'm gonna just go with Nails Inc. for every polish in general. I would say Zoya or China Glaze, but new-wise that I feel like constantly come out with new inventive polishes, I feel like Nails Inc. has been really on top of that this year from all their duo collections with all of their just lines in general. I'm super impressed, and I'm really wishing you could just walk into a Sephora and buy the polishes there, because I miss going to the actual store, walking in, seeing a polish, purchasing it, and walking out with it. Don't get me wrong, like online ordering is great and all, but there's something about walking into a store and leaving with polish. It's just kind of a great something, and it's exciting. You don't have to have that wait time of shipping, because I mean, really, that's like the worst part of online shopping. Okay, I think I covered all of the answers for that question, that topic, which was the topic for the third. We're definitely way past the third, but oh well. The next topic. Okay, so the next topic was for the 10th of July, which was just a few weeks ago. July has just flown by, actually. Like, where did it go? I would like to rewind to the first week and start over, please. This question is fun. It's actually not polish related. It is, what are your hobbies besides polish? That is a fun one, because I feel like polishing is definitely a hobby. And I can remember being, I don't remember how old it was, but I'd sit in front of my mom and I'm like, what should my hobby be? And I couldn't think of anything, like what was gonna be my hobby. You know, like something you could do while watching TV. Not that I paint while watching TV, because I don't. I watch YouTube while I paint. Anyway, I just wanted a hobby. Like, I knitted at the time as like a phase or whatever. Actually, I mean, I sold stuff, so I mean, that wasn't a phase. But I don't do that anymore. So at one time, knitting was a hobby. But I would say right now, polishing, painting, and painting beyond nails, actually, because I do watercolor paint on like actual watercolor paper. Actually, it's mixed media, but you get the gist. And then I write. I do enjoy writing fictional things, and I don't really have as much time to do that as I would like. I usually dedicate most of my time to anything blog related, because, you know, blogging actually is a hobby in itself beyond the nails, because painting is a hobby, but you have to like the writing aspect, the design aspect, the editing aspect if you're gonna do that. And I do actually love and enjoy all of it. Obviously, things can get frustrating, like when you have long wait times for something to download or export, upload, all that stuff. But blogging is a hobby, so I would also consider that as one of my hobbies beyond nails, even though it is kind of like combining the two. Let's see. Like I said, the watercolor painting I've picked up recently again, and I think you guys have noticed that on Instagram, because I decided, you know what? I find myself more accountable and likely to do something if I also can join it with my nails and kind of share it with the world. And since I've started to do that with watercolor paint, I do it more. Like, I'm actually thinking about going downstairs and working on some of that afterwards. But I also really do want to work my book, so I might do that as well. Which goes along with the writing thing I was mentioning. I'm working on 2 different fictional books right now. I never thought I would write 2 at the same time, but you know, when you kind of hit a wall with one, you can go to the other one and work. And it's kind of fun to balance between the 2. And yeah, I don't really know how I keep the 2 straight. People have asked me like, how do you keep the 2 straight? And I'm not really sure, but I guess notes on my phone really help, because I'm always jotting down ideas and different things. And that kind of leads me to the next thing. So recently, just in like the past week, I actually talked about it in my Sweetpeas picks video, not video, blog post, that I picked up a new hobby last week, and it is sticking so far, and I'm really excited about it, and that is bullet journaling. I started bullet journaling last week, but I'm not doing it in the sort of sit down, lay out a week type of thing, because I have the whole planner system and I love my planner. It's a happy planner, and I just found myself not doing it as much because of what I plan in that planner anyway is all blog related and hobby related and like fitness and all those different things. And I just found that so many of those things change. So like at the beginning of the week, I would design the week and then not have enough room on one day. Or something on Monday was flip-flop with Friday, and then it just looked like a mess, and I didn't like that, like at all. And then it kind of was like daunting, like, oh, great, I messed it up, like how am I gonna fix this? So I finally gave in and kind of dove into the bullet journaling, because you kind of get to do that on your own basis. So for what I am doing with that, it is more of by project rather than day. So let's say I'm working on a blog post, like yesterday's, for example. Not yesterday, I'm saying yesterday, but you guys are seeing this on Wednesday. Monday's blog post, for example, was one of the first ones that I planned out in the bullet journal. And it was for a brand, Shallow Polish. So I dedicated like 2 pages in the bullet journal to just planning that post. So while planning that post, I like put in swatches of the paint. I kept my swatch notes, which actually is really helpful, which I don't usually do all the time, because sometimes you just don't have enough room on your desk to have notes going, your camera going, the polish is out. Sometimes it's just a bit much. But even if I can like flip over to the other side of my desk by about like when I'm done swatching and write down all the notes while it's fresh in my mind, I can do that in the bullet journal, and then it's all there for me to reference whenever I decide to go put it all on the computer and work on the video and work on the blog post. Plus, it is also helping me with my checklist, because usually by my computer you will find lots of different, like, yeah, I'll show you, like notepads. Well, I actually just recycled all of them apparently. But just like a notepad with random notes and checklists, you know, like make this graphic, post on such and such, make sure the YouTube thumbnail is done, like different things like that. So now all of that can go into the bullet journal, and I can kind of just check it off my project. Friday's post and Monday's posts all like in the same weekend. I don't have to worry about what day it's going to be on. They have their separate little places for me to plan in, and I'm finding it really helpful. Like just now before I sat down to film this, I was actually working on a spread in the bullet journal for planning a blog post that I hope is going to come out on Friday. But see, that hope thing is what this is fixing. It doesn't feel like it has to, and if I need to move it to Monday because of time, I can. And it's not like messing up a planner week within an actual planner, if that makes sense. Plus, I'm also using it for story ideas. So I kind of have, well, I haven't done it yet, but I have one of the stories in there with like its title, character list, descriptions of the characters, and I'm just jotting in the ideas as I go. It's kind of just, you know, what do you consider like a brain dump type thing? And so far, a week and a half into it, I'm really enjoying it. It is encouraging me to doodle more, and I mean, I always doodle on whatever paper and pen that I can find near me. So it's kind of now just organized doodles, which is kind of fun, and it's different, and I hope to eventually share it on, I don't know about on here on YouTube, but I am thinking about sharing it on my blog, because I feel like for those that want to plan but don't necessarily want the commitment of using a planner and having everything like concentrated on a certain day or a week, this might be really helpful. So yeah, that is a goal I have in my mind, as to share it with everybody, and maybe it'll help somebody else, because I'm finding it's very helpful for me. Wow, that was a long-winded question. I like went into way too much detail, but thanks for the July topics, and I hope to do more of these if you guys like this video. If you guys don't care about the fact that a Topic Tuesday video is coming out on a Wednesday, be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I will try to do more, because this is kind of fun. And like I said, it's kind of getting to know everybody on a more personal level, and it also gives me a little more time to do some bigger projects that I do think end up paying off in the end. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed filming it and figuring out the answers to the questions, because that's always half the battle, right? And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye! Okay, so I thought I would check in and maybe add this to all my videos, but I'm not sure. But you guys know I don't wear the same polish on both hands because of what I do for blogging. So I thought at the end of each video, maybe from here on out, I will try to go through a little talk through of what I'm wearing on my nails, so you guys know whenever I'm talking with my hands, because I do that a lot. So this hand, you guys can probably already guess what this is. This is Nails Inc's Glamingo, which is just one of my favorites. It's probably going to be in the favorites for 2018. Not sure yet, but it's leaning towards that way. I mean, I've had it on basically every video this summer, but I will say last week I was wearing a different polish, but it shipped kind of quick, and I was like, you know what, I know Glamingo doesn't ship that much, so I'm just gonna put it back on and go about my day, because this hand is sometimes in the video when I'm filming a swatch video, so I have to keep it so it's not chipped, but also I don't want to redo it every day, because sometimes I'm doing this hand 3 or 4 times a night. Having this hand wet and unusable is easier than having this one, because this is like your typing, this is your do anything with your phone, this is your writing, like this is everything. So yeah, kind of hard to repaint this hand every night, so I don't. Now this hand, I am not sure you guys are really going to be able to see this. Maybe I'll try to insert pictures. I'm not sure when these are coming out. Maybe they're already out by the time you guys are watching this. But these are some nails that I did last night. Basically, last week I had an idea for this nail art manicure inspired by a CD that I've been loving this summer, because I've been loving it. And I was like, you know what? I haven't done like fan nail art in a while, so I'll go ahead and do it. So that is what this is. It was kind of fan nail art. Didn't really turn out. I'll show you the CD cover that it was inspired by. Basically, I was working out last week and I saw the CD cover. Like, I listen to the CD all the time. It is a 5 Seconds of Summer CD, but I listened to the version that we purchased, which had a custom cover, not the actual like cover that you would see on Spotify, which is this cover. You're getting a glare. It is this cover. So basically what I wanted to do was, this is a screenshot. If I zoom in here, you can kind of see like there's a marble in the background, which I noticed the other day, and I was like, okay. And then there's the stripes in the middle. I was like, I should turn that into nail art, right? So I went upstairs and I came to my polish area and tried to do the marble. That didn't work. I was trying to do that method where you put the paint on the plastic or whatever you're using, and then you use like a brush to scoop it up, and then you like swirl it on your nails. That didn't work for me. So what I ended up doing was a drip method that I think I filmed a while back. And basically, I've got loose pieces on this, but basically I used a Cool Whip lid, and then I dripped the polish on to the lid, and then I let it dry. Like, I swirled it around like this while it was wet, and then I let it dry, and then I peeled it off. And this is like a leftover, meaning I didn't use this piece because I didn't like it. I used parts of this piece, which I will show you. I used parts of this piece, which I just then cut out the shapes that I wanted. So it is actually the full background on this nail, and then I went and put the stripes. I'm not sure you guys are really gonna be able to see this. I went and put the stripes on top to go with the middle of the CD cover, kind of like that. And then I just did a black glittery polish that I will be reviewing soon, that is new, that I'm not sure if I should say what it is yet, so I'm not going to. And it was on this one, and then I did the stripes on here because I didn't want to put the marble on those because I wasn't that confident about the marbles. So yeah, that is what I'm wearing on this hand, and now you know what I'm wearing on both hands. And yeah, I will leave links to any of those things below if they're linkable, or if this manicure is out, I will try to insert a picture. So okay, that is officially it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!